Why they always come back. Eventually. You've probably heard the phrase, they always come back. It sounds like wishful thinking, or maybe just something your friends say to make you feel better. But the strange truth, it happens more often than you'd expect. Studies show that nearly half of all people end up reconnecting with an ex at some point. Whether it's a quick message, a surprise call, or a full-blown attempt to rekindle the relationship, the return of an ex is a real and common experience. But why? Why do so many people circle back after a breakup, even if they were the ones who left? In this video, we're going to explore the surprising psychology behind why exes often return. We'll dig into the emotional timeline of regret, attachment styles, the effect of space and silence, and how rebound relationships usually play out. By the end, you'll have a deeper understanding of why they always come back feels so true, and how to handle it if it happens to you. Let's get into it. Breakups don't feel the same for both people. The person who gets dumped feels the pain right away, but the one who ends it, they often feel relief, at least at first. This relief is called separation elation. It's the emotional high that some people feel after leaving a relationship they saw as stressful or overwhelming. Especially for those with avoidant attachment styles, the breakup feels like freedom. But here's the twist, that freedom doesn't last. Over time, reality sets in. The dumper starts to reflect and regret. They remember the good moments. They question whether they made the right choice. They feel lonely, and the comfort they once had with you begins to look a lot more valuable. This is called dumper's remorse. Research shows that many people feel more regret over lost relationships than any other life decision. One survey found that over 76% of men who ended a relationship regretted it within just 2 months. That's why exes often come back out of the blue, not because they suddenly changed, but because they're just now feeling the emotional weight that hit you much earlier. It's not about missing you from day one. It's about realizing too late what they actually gave up. So, what really makes them come back? It's not always one reason, but a pattern of emotions and realizations that build over time. First, lingering feelings. Even if they initiated the breakup, feelings don't just disappear. Love, attachment, and emotional memories can creep back in once the dust settles. Second, familiarity and comfort. Starting over is hard. New relationships mean uncertainty. With you, they felt known, safe, even if it wasn't perfect. Sometimes they realize being with you is better than being alone. Then there's loneliness. Single life might seem fun, for a while, but once casual dating fades or the excitement of freedom wears off, they start missing the companionship. They miss being understood. They miss you. Another big one? Grass is greener syndrome. They thought they could do better, and found out they couldn't. When new partners don't compare to you, regret takes over. They remember what you offered, and want it back. Some come back after real change. Time apart gives them perspective. They grow. They realize what they had, and want to rebuild with more maturity. Others come back out of jealousy. They see you glowing up, maybe moving on, and suddenly, they feel the fear of losing you for good. That panic. It pulls them back in fast. And then there's guilt and unfinished business. Maybe they hurt you. Maybe it ended suddenly. They come back to make things right, or to get closure, and sometimes they stay longer than that. The point is, exes return for all kinds of reasons, but unless those reasons include true self-awareness and growth, a return doesn't guarantee success. One of the biggest psychological reasons an ex comes back: attachment style. Especially when your ex has what's known as a dismissive avoidant attachment, their behavior follows a pattern. At first, closeness feels overwhelming to them, so they pull away, even break up, just to reclaim space. In the beginning, they feel relief. They enjoy the freedom. They even convince themselves they made the right call. But then, something shifts. Once you're truly gone, not texting, not calling, not chasing, the avoidance fear of closeness flips into a fear of abandonment. Now they feel safe to miss you, because you're no longer pressuring them emotionally. This is exactly why the no contact rule is so powerful. By stepping away, you're not chasing or triggering their defenses. You're letting their avoidance cycle play out. Experts call it the avoidant death wheel. Freedom, followed by silence, followed by nostalgia, followed by missing you, and finally, in the return. But don't confuse this cycle with true healing. If they come back, it only leads somewhere healthy if they've done the work, not just because you gave them space. Attachment style explains the timing. It's why many exes return after 8 to 12 weeks, once the emotional distance has run its course. Let's talk about the most misunderstood strategy after a breakup: no contact. At first it feels counterintuitive. You're hurting, you miss them, so why would staying silent bring them back? Because no contact isn't about punishment, it's about resetting the emotional dynamic. For exes with avoidant or uncertain attachment styles, your silence is the only thing that disrupts the cycle. As long as you're reaching out, they feel in control, they know you're still there. There's no urgency, no real loss. But when you go quiet, now they feel your absence. Now they wonder if you've moved on. Now curiosity and doubt begin to grow. Studies show that most exes don't reach out during no contact, but many do after the silence stretches long enough. That's when avoidants finally allow themselves to feel nostalgia, or even regret. And while the return isn't guaranteed, what no contact does guarantee is space for you to heal. Because at its core, no contact isn't about manipulating your ex, it's about taking back your power, regaining clarity, and letting them come back to the best version of you, if they do at all. So, what if your ex left you and jumped straight into a new relationship? That's likely a rebound, and here's what you need to know. Rebound relationships often start fast, feel exciting, and then crash. Why? Because they're built on distraction, not connection. Experts estimate that up to 90% of rebound relationships fail, many in just a couple of months. Your ex might have rushed into something new to avoid grief, to prove to themselves that they made the right choice. But eventually, reality hits. The new partner doesn't fix their emotions, the sparkle fades, and all the feelings they avoided, loneliness, regret, comparison, come flooding in. That's when many exes reach out. Sometimes it's to test the waters, sometimes it's to reconcile, sometimes it's just to feel something familiar again. But here's the danger. If they're coming back just because the rebound failed, you might become their emotional safety net, not their real choice. So if they return after a rebound, pause. Ask yourself, are they back because they want you, or because being alone scared them? Don't settle for being plan B, wondering if your ex is on their way back. There are signs, and they're often subtle. They keep in touch. Whether it's random texts, checking your stories, or asking your friends about you, it means you're still on their mind. They bring up the past. If they mention good memories, say they miss the way things were, or even hint at regret, that's more than nostalgia. That's emotional reconnection. They ask if you're dating. If your ex seems curious, or even jealous about your love life, they're not over you. They want to know if they still have a chance. They find excuses to contact you. Suddenly they found something of yours. Or they need help with something trivial. They're not just being polite. They're looking for a way back in. The conversations go deeper. Not just how are you, but long chats, vulnerability, and emotional tone. If they're opening up again, they're rebuilding intimacy, intentionally or not. They stay close to your world. Still talking to your friends, showing up where you are? That's not coincidence, that's connection maintenance. Seeing one of these signs, maybe, seeing multiple, it's likely they're inching closer to your door again, emotionally, if not yet physically. It's tempting to wait, to believe they'll come back if you're just patient enough, but here's the hard truth. Waiting can cost you more than walking away. First, they don't always come back. Yes, many do, but many don't. Holding onto that hope too tightly can keep you stuck, in limbo, while your life quietly passes by. Second, on-again, off-again relationships are risky. Studies show that couples who reunite after breakups often struggle with trust, communication, and stability. Without real change, the cycle just repeats. Heartbreak, reunion, heartbreak again. Third, false hope delays healing. You might not explore new love, you might not fully grieve, because deep down, you're still waiting for a knock on the door that might never come. And even if they do come back, what are their reasons? Loneliness, jealousy, rebound failure. If their return isn't based on true growth, it might feel good, but it won't last. Finally, remember this. Your worth isn't measured by whether someone returns. It's measured by how well you take care of yourself while they're gone. So, they're back. Now what? First, stay calm. Their return isn't a victory lap. It's an opportunity to assess, have they really changed? And more importantly, have you? Second, don't rush in. Take it slow, short conversations. Light connection. See if their energy is consistent or just emotional impulse. Third, ask the hard questions. Why now? What's different? What made them walk away? And what's changed that would make it work this time? Fourth, protect your boundaries. Make it clear what you will and won't tolerate. If trust was broken, rebuilding it takes time. If commitment was lacking, ask what's changed in their mindset. Fifth, trust actions, not words. Anyone can say they miss you, but are they showing up consistently? Are they putting in effort or expecting instant forgiveness? Sixth, keep your identity. Don't drop your life just because they've come back. Stay committed to your growth, your goals, your independence. And that's the version of you they're drawn to. And that's the version that should make the decision. Because here's the truth, when someone comes back, you don't just get to say yes or no, you get to ask, is this still right for me? So, do exes always come back? Not always, but often enough that it's worth understanding why. Still, here's the truth. Waiting for someone to return shouldn't be your plan, because the best thing you can do after a breakup isn't trying to get them back, it's getting yourself back. When you focus on your healing, your growth, your joy, you stop needing them to return in order to feel whole. And ironically, that's often when they do come back. But by then, you're stronger, you're wiser, and maybe, just maybe, you'll realize you deserve more than someone who had to lose you to value you. So if they come back, you'll be ready. And if they don't, you'll be even more ready for something better. Because you're not waiting, you're evolving. Let me know your thoughts below, like this video if it helped, and subscribe for weekly updates.